Hi there, Serial Trader here. Just going to do a quick update on CRWD and also CGC. Alright, so on CRWD, it looked like we had a reasonable possibility of having a low here at 63.50. If we just, excuse me, if we just go in closer here to the hourly chart, from that 63.50 area, it looked like we had a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. So 5 up off a potentially significant low. Had us looking higher there, looking for some sort of three-wave pullback to set up a long opportunity. But unfortunately, it kept going beyond the 100% retracement and made new lows as of yesterday's trade. So that being said, I would still view this, as long as we do stay above this key level here, as long as we stay above that 56 level, we are still potentially working C of 2, and I suppose the closer gets to 56 without actually touching, provides a better risk reward entry as far as having a very tight stop versus the expected move to the upside should it reverse before it actually hits. But I'd say the way to explain that kind of 5 up off the bottom and failing to hold after doing 5 up, there's really only one pattern that could kind of explain that action. So here we kind of have a 3, and a 5. And in this case, I would call it a running flat. So we had 3 up in A, 3 down in B to a new extreme, 5 up in C, failed to make a new extreme above A, and then we went down to lower lows. So let me just drop the degree down a bit on that. Okay. So yeah, running flat. So that's probably, if I was just going to take a shot at this here. Now I'm not going to label the subdivisions here on wave A of 2. But I'd say we got our A down, B up. This is all of C. Now we likely have a, maybe I should go in a little closer here. Yeah, this should work. So we got a 1 down, 2 up, 3 down. We had running flat, running flat, wave 4. And coming down for 5 of C. And let me just make sure the degree here is correct on that. So it should actually be this, and then drop this degree down. One more still. Okay. Maybe I'll just go to a 4-hour just to get this a little more concise looking. Okay. So we're just working the labeling the subdivisions here of C of 2, and as long as the lows stay intact here, keyword as long as they do, I think we got a pretty good case here for making 5 down for C of 2 and setting up this potential wave 3 advance from basically anywhere near current levels. We've already gone beyond the 76 retracement. That came in at 65.81. So yeah, I kind of like this. Running flat, wave 4, ABC. Coming down one more time today. We also have a little bit of bullish divergence here. You can see the MACD moving averages not making new lows, despite price making new lows. And the same goes for this 4-hour RSI. Higher low in RSI despite lower low in price. And obviously that combined with a very mature looking 5-wave sequence down for C of 2. So basically, as far as the trade setup goes, you can enter anywhere near current levels, and your stop absolutely has to be against that key low we had there at 56. So hopefully that's helpful for that. And of course, if 56 gives away, then there's no more edge on this trade, and who knows how low it could go. So that does need to be the risk defined there for sure. Okay. Well, that's pretty much all I have to point out on that. And we'll go to CGC. All right, so for CGC, I do like this very clear 5 waves up off the bottom that we've had here. But I was expecting something to correct it, something like this, a little more reasonable. Typical ABC down. But this has been going fairly aggressively downwards. So my best, I don't know, just given how deep it's already gone, I'd hate to call, all of this A and expect some sort of massive B and maybe another C down to a marginal new low. I mean, I suppose this is still possible, but just given how much it's corrected, how quickly it's done it, maybe we're just having a very sharp wave 2, deep in price, but not long in time. So if that's the case, I would probably call this A down, had a very weak B wave up, and perhaps now we'll have a shorter C wave. Well, it has to be shorter than the A wave to not more than fully retrace this 5 waves up. So this as well, basically since we're basically dancing around on the 786 retracement, it really can't do, or it can't go a whole lot lower before invalidating and making lower lows. So again, going long anywhere near current levels, as far as the trade setup goes, and putting your stop against the key low we had there at, let's see what level that is, 2277. That's really the trade there, if there is one to be had here. And it's interesting. I was pretty happy to see it do 5 waves off the bottom, because that normally denotes that the trend has now changed to up, and then you're looking for that pullback. But this pullback just isn't as appetizing as I would have hoped for. It looks a little aggressive. But if it's going to work out, it's got to work out pretty soon here. And you can see potentially we have this 5 down for A, tiny B wave bounce, and then we'll have a shorter 5 down for C. But this one, not as high confidence as I would have hoped, just because it is such an aggressive and fast-moving retracement. But so far, it's still a internal retracement nonetheless. So we'll have to see what happens with CGC here as well in the short term. Big picture, I'm still very bullish on it. Over the long term, I really like that overall pattern. But these recent lows may or may not hold here. We'll have to see. All right, that's good for those two. Serial Trader signing off.